Hi, and welcome to RIP the Workplace, where we tackle everyday issues encountered by everyday employees. I'm your host, Dr. Ergana Mix, and today we have a special guest with us, Dr. Human Factors. He's a world renowned ergonomist and career coach. We'll be tackling questions that we asked you guys to send over a couple weeks ago. We told you about our special guest for today's special episode of Sleep Deprive Your Way into Success. So we're going to jump right into your questions and move forward. If you have any questions, feel free to talk with us while we're taping live. You can tweet us at Rip the Workplace, and we will be responding as soon as we get breaks. Dr. Human, pleasure to have you.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, so our first question comes from a night shift mother. She only gets about 5 hours of sleep a night because she works from 5 p.m. to 1 a.m. and she has to be up at 6 a.m. to make her kids breakfast. So she takes her kids to school, she comes home, she does laundry, all the good cleaning stuff, she works out, she makes lunch, and then after that she is pretty much burned out, but she still has to make dinner and get ready for work. So her question is, what should she do to get more sleep?
This is really common in these kind of workers here, these night shifts. But sleep is really necessary to produce the amount of hormones the body needs to operate during the day. So I would recommend for her to nap as much as possible in between these activities because naps have actually been shown to increase productivity and reduce fatigue. So.
Well, there you have it. If you have any more questions, please tweet us. We're going to move on to our next questionnaire. He's an international businessman. He travels a lot from different time zones. So, because he's in all these different time zones, his sleep schedule is often affected. What he wants to know is, due to his lack of sleep and issues of falling asleep, should he consider taking sleeping pills?
Well, I think that sleeping pills are a short-term solution. Studies have actually shown that long-term uses of the sleeping pill is detrimental to your health. Actually increases risk of cancer, heart disease, and other illnesses. Recent reports have shown that from 2005 to 2010, there's actually been increase, almost double, in emergency visits from 22,000 to 42,000 visits.
Oh, wow. Okay, to answer that, no, please don't consider sleeping pills. We will have some more tips for you later, so please stay tuned. Our next question comes from a concerned shift manager. There have been an increase in the rising amount of accidents due to fatigue in his particular facility. So he would like to have some tips on what he should do to help his employees reduce their accidents.
Yes. Well, I would suggest that this manager put some training programs and education programs in place to really inform the employees on how to get a good night's rest, because it's very common to see these accidents that can be avoided just from common understanding of how to get a good night's rest. And even though that might take some investment, whether that's money or time, he'll definitely see some improvements in productivity and reduce accidents.
Okay, almost like Google.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there you have it. And we really appreciate you being concerned about your employees. That's kudos to you. So, oh wow. So our next question comes from a working student. I definitely remember these days.
Same here.
This particular student works full time and goes to school full time. So the biggest question that they have is that they pull a lot of all-nighters to finish assignments, and although they're very tired, they still try to push it throughout the day. Their biggest concern, though, is what should they do, or should they really be concerned about pulling these all-nighters?
Yes, there are many issues that the students should be concerned about. The first is that even though they're studying, they're doing this all-nighter to study for the test, they're actually not retaining as much information as they think that they are. Because the brain does not get enough rest, they also have reduced attention span and less concentration during the test or whatever activity that they're doing. There's also been shown to be increased weight gain among these students that do all-nighters. There's actually a lot of disease risks that they are exposed to as well.
Okay. Well, there you have it. Try to get as much sleep as you can because in the workforce you're going to pull a lot of all-nighters as well. Well, we're going to go ahead and wrap up the question session for now. Please feel free to talk with us on Twitter. Before we go to take our break, Dr. Humana is going to give you some tips about how to decrease these type of stress fatigue factors.
Yes, well, I would recommend the person to get at least 7 or 8 hours of sleep. Getting more than that would actually be detrimental to your health as well. And do not view sleep as a luxury, view it as a necessity. Sleep is definitely necessary to operate during the day. Avoid caffeine before going to bed. That's really bad, obviously. And avoid electronics or anything that emits EMFs because that does disrupt your sleeping pattern as well.
Clearly, I've had too much caffeine. I kept having brain fog. But we thank you for watching, and we look forward to talking with you online. Please stay tuned after the break. We have a special guest, Dr. Tish Pohl. Thanks.
Thank you.